What's going on, guys? I'm MrGoldenGamer, and I make gaming videos that nobody watches. Today we're diving into everything that we learned about the Black Ops 7 multiplayer in the reveal event that just happened on Tuesday, and I also want to talk about why I think a lot of the hate that is surrounding the game is totally undeserved. We're going to break down all of the good, the bad, and the two big negative pieces that I think might be swaying people's opinions, but overall I think there's actually a lot to be excited about with this game, and it's a little surprising how much negativity there is around this, and I think that the hate is a little bit misguided and unwarranted. But before I get into everything we know about the multiplayer, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be covering Black Ops 7 and Battlefield 6. I know I said last time a Battlefield 6 video is coming soon. Well, it still is, just this news dropped and I thought this might be more important for the time. So anyway, let's get into what we know about Black Ops 7 multiplayer. The first thing I want to talk about is progression, and you can now earn XP through playing the campaign now, which I think this is really good and long overdue. I can't tell you how many Call of Duty games that I just postponed playing the campaign or didn't play the campaign at all because I wanted to level up my guns and I wanted to rank up in multiplayer, but now that's not a problem. If you play anywhere in the game, whether that's campaign, Warzone, zombies, or multiplayer, you're going to be earning XP and ranking up, which is really cool. Speaking of ranking up, the classic prestige system that came back in Black Ops 6 is also coming back once again in Black Ops 7. Big fan of that. Definitely prefer this classic prestige system over the seasonal prestiges, but something that's coming back that we haven't seen for quite a while, we actually haven't seen it since Black Ops 4 in 2018, and that is weapon prestige. And this is actually working a little bit different this time around, and it seems like it's quite a grind. So once you max a weapon out at its max level, you can enter weapon prestige 1, and this goes from levels 1 through 50. And whenever you prestige, it'll give you a camo that can be used on any weapon, and it relocks all of your attachments except for optics. This also unlocks a unique build-changing prestige attachment that is different with every weapon. It can only be unlocked by entering weapon prestige. This sounds a lot like the operator mods that we had back in Black Ops 4, just an attachment that kind of changes the way that the gun behaves. So that sounds pretty interesting to me. Then we have prestige 2. So of course, once you finish up level 50 prestige 1, you have the option of going to prestige 2, which is once again levels 1 through 50, and this unlocks another unique camo and a weapon specific charm. After you get to level 50 on prestige 2, you'll automatically go into master weapon prestige with 250 levels to grind out. Once you get to level 250 of your weapon prestige master, you will get a unique camo. So this, for every gun in the game, is insane. And speaking of camos, mastery camos are coming back, and we have mastery camos for the campaign, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone, but we have 4 in each mode, so we have 16 mastery camos total. And that's awesome to me. I love grinding these out. It's really fun. And it gives you something to do. I think that's something that people didn't like about Black Ops 6, is that once the camo grind was over, people felt like there wasn't anything to do, and I don't think that's going to be a problem in this game because the weekly challenges are back as well, similar to how Modern Warfare 3 handled this, which I think we really missed last year in Black Ops 6, because Modern Warfare 3 always had something to do. Every week had new challenges, unlockable attachments, weapons, and score streaks to earn during all the live seasons, and that is exactly what's happening here in Black Ops 7. So there'll also be challenges for all modes in this weekly challenge system. And each season, there will be 2 weapon camos to chase, which is really cool. So more camos to earn, more things to do, less chance that we're going to get bored. Now we are on to my first negative, and that is carry forward is making a return once again. And it's not everything about this is negative, and I'll explain, but here's how this is going to work. XP tokens and gobblegums will carry forward at the launch of Black Ops 7, and I have no problem with this whatsoever, but this I do a little bit. So weapons, operators, and operator skins will carry forward at the start of Season 1. Weapons, fine. Bring the weapons in the game. I don't have a problem with that. The operators, maybe if they were grounded, but then there's the operator skins. There's just so much cartoony nonsense in the Black Ops 6 operators and operator skins that I just don't want in my game. I kind of wanted my game to be themed around a futuristic military theme in 2035, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. I hope they put some kind of toggle so I can not look at these skins. I want my skins to look like this. All right, this was something in the blog post for the campaign, and like if everything looked like this, it would just keep me in it more, you know? Like, I just don't want to see all this nonsense, you know, but that's just me. It's a personal thing. I know the skins sell and people buy them, so that's why they're doing it, obviously, but I just wish there was a way for me to not see it. But anyway, Black Ops 6 weapon camos will not be transferable to Black Ops 7 weapons, but they will still be able to be used on the Black Ops 6 weapons, of course, and the Warzone integration will also begin at Season 1. All of the current content, including operators, weapons, weapon blueprint from Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6 will carry forward, so we will now have 4 different games in Warzone, which is kind of crazy. Some people see this as a negative. I personally don't. I think the more content, the better. Whatever. Might be hard to balance, sure, but that's not really our problem. The most recent game always has the most powerful guns. But anyway, yeah, carry forward, I just could do without it, honestly. It's just a real bummer that we're going to be taken out of this. As soon as Season 1 drops, we're just going to have Beavis and Butthead and American Dad just sliding around here in Black Ops 7, which I just don't want that. You know, it's a bigger negative for a lot of us than I think Activision or Treyarch understands, but I've talked enough about this. Let's move on to the weapons. There will be 30 new weapons at launch, and that includes 16 that players will see in Call of Duty for the very first time, so that's pretty cool. Some people are saying 30 weapons isn't enough. Look, this doesn't bother me. I like the slow drip feed of seasonal content introducing weapons, so this just doesn't bother me whatsoever. I don't need more than 30 weapons at launch, but one of the new features surrounding weapons that is really cool is weapon build sharing. So if you create your custom build, your build will have a specific code to it, and you can copy and paste that code, send it to friends, whatever, and they can make that exact build a little bit easier rather than, you know, taking a screenshot and saying, oh, it's this attachment, that attachment, whatever. It's just a lot easier to share meta builds of guns and stuff, which is cool, but you know, the TikTokers are going to go crazy and everyone's going to be using the same meta gun with the same code, so it's just going to spread like wildfire now. But it is what it is. It's definitely a quality of life improvement, no doubt. People are going to share their builds anyway. There's a new system called overclocking, and this is basically a progression system for your score streaks, field upgrades, and equipment so that you can upgrade them. So as you use your equipment, let's say the cluster grenade, you're going to use this and you rank it up and you unlock your first overclock, and your first overclock is the ability to cook the fuse over time. Then the second overclock is called tighter packing, and this adds one additional mini grenade to the projectile. So you can make this a little bit better as you use it and progress it, and you kind of master it, which is really cool. It gives you a reason to use it. And the second example I'll go over is the dog, which is a score streak, and that's how they spell it, is D-A-W-G. But anyway, this is a little dog robot that runs around the map with a large caliber turret and a rocket pod. But as you use this and rank it up and unlock these overclocks, you can get the large battery, which enhances the active duration. And then the second overclock you can get is the sentry mode, which allows dog to hunker down, guarding an area, deploying a supply pack, and an integrated trophy system. So you can make these things pretty powerful with these overclocks, and it gives people a reason to use different score streaks, different field upgrades, and different equipment. I'm generally just a fan of this. I think it's pretty cool. We didn't get to learn about all of the field upgrades, but we do know that there is an active camo field upgrade, which is essentially a cloak where you become invisible, and it looks pretty powerful, so I'm a little concerned about that, but that's making a return from Black Ops 3, of course. And then we learned a little bit more about the perk system, and it seems like they are expanding upon the Black Ops 6 perk system, where we have these combat specialties, and they're introducing the hybrid combat specialties, where you're able to mix and match perks of 2 different combat specialties, which are just the colors of the perks, right? You have your red perks, your green perks, your blue perks, so you can mix and match them for these hybrid combat specialties. So you can try out a bunch of different combinations to find your favorites, and it seems really cool because there are a lot of times where I want to use these different perks and then I just get no combat specialty at all, and it feels like, well, why would I even do that? So at least it's now giving me the option, and I don't feel like I'm sacrificing too much by using perks from different combat specialties. So that's pretty cool. And we did learn that there is a perk for looping kill streaks as well. So the kill streak will not loop by default, but there is a perk for it. Don't really love that, but it is what it is. It's not going to be the end of the world for me. Now for the movement, I do have some very mixed opinions on this. They're calling this next level Omnimovement, and the first part of that is the wall jump. I do not like this at all. The idea of the wall jump itself is whatever, but the fact that this wall jump is like jumping 20 to 30 feet in the air. I mean, look at this footage. It's insane. It might as well be the boost jump from Black Ops 3. I want this toned down at the very least. It will not be removed because they designed some of the maps around this, but it's just kind of disappointing and definitely turns me off, but I don't like it. Anyway, there's going to be a combat roll from a steep fall to reduce fall damage, but it seems that this will be exclusive to the Skirmish mode, which I'll be talking about a little bit later. They removed tack sprint by default, but you can still get tack sprint if you use a perk for it. Whatever. I don't know why we need the perk for it. Just take it out altogether. But if it's there via perk, I just won't use it. So fine by me. There is no ADS while sliding, diving, or wall jumping by default. You can if you use the dexterity perk, I believe. So it's kind of cool that you need a perk to do this. It was a little bit overpowered to aim while sliding. It seems that your sliding behavior will throw you into tack stance, just like it did in Modern Warfare 3, which I do like that. They're also bringing back the Gung Ho perk, which is the perk for shooting while sprinting. So that will affect the movement a little bit here too. But the wall jump, man, I can't be alone here. Let me know what you think in the comments, because when I saw the wall jump, I'm like, what are we doing here? This is crazy. We did get some good news surrounding the multiplayer maps. We'll be getting 13 all-new 6v6 maps, along with 3 returning maps from Black Ops 2, and those maps are Raid, Hijacked, and Express, and all of those maps will be set in 2035 Japan, and this is how they describe the maps in the blog post. They said, multiplayer maps are designed to breathe more, with enough space for players to fully explore the expanded Omnimovement system, while still delivering the tight, cover-to-cover combat that defines Black Ops. Each map layout emphasizes clear lane definition, controlled sight lines, and tactical opportunities for creative flanking and positioning. Thank God the clear lane definition. I want good, classic Treyarch Black Ops 2 style 3-lane maps, and I think, hopefully, that's what we'll be getting this time, and I really like that. Another positive is that there are no manual doors. We say manual doors because there are some of the doors like we saw in Black Ops 3 and even Black Ops 2, I believe, where there were like those automatic doors, right? That would just kind of open on their own as you approach them, or you could shoot them open. But we'll be getting those, but no typical like Modern Warfare 2019 doors, if that makes sense. There was also no mention of any face-off maps, and I don't know if we just have to wait for Call of Duty Next to learn about face-off, or if they're just doing away with face-off and gunfight completely. I guess we won't really know yet, but there's no mention of them, which is a little surprising because I think people really grinded maps like Stakeout, a whole bunch of Black Ops 6, but we'll have to see where that goes. The last thing I want to touch on is the big team mode called Skirmish, and this is 20v20, and it's objective mode that takes place on Avalon, that scrapped Warzone map that we've all known so very well because of every map in Black Ops 6. But anyway, this is a big team mode, and you have wingsuits in this mode, which is kind of cool, not gonna lie, but we'll have to see how it plays. Of course, a big team mode like this, naturally, you're gonna think they're trying to compete with Battlefield, but I don't really know how the game mode works. They just said that there's objectives that you need to capture, and that's about all I know about it. But it will be cool to finally get our feet in Avalon after, seeing all these different parts of it so many times. But they're going to have 2 maps on Avalon for Skirmish at launch, and I would imagine they're going to add more and more POIs as the live season goes on. So that is about everything that we know about Black Ops 7 multiplayer so far, and I'm really struggling to understand the hate for this game. It feels very forced in a way, and it feels blind. It feels like blind hatred. It's a new Call of Duty game, so we are just going to hate it and say we're going to play Battlefield 6. Most of the things that we've learned, I think, are positive. I think they are taking steps in the right direction when it comes to the maps from what we know so far. I really like the progression things they're doing. They're bringing back the weekly challenges, more camo grinds, which everyone loves a good camo grind. But then there's these negative things, right? We have the carry forward with the skins. People have been bitching about the skins and the game having no identity and no theme. And it seems that Black Ops 7 will only have a theme until Season 1 drops, and then it will just be Beavis and Butthead running around, and I think people hate that. I really do. At least people like us, people sitting here watching YouTube videos about Call of Duty and about video games. We are typically the community that would be turned off by that, where the casual that might play once a week or whatever, they might see, oh, my favorite cartoon's in the game, I'm definitely going to buy that skin. It's like Fortnite. So, different demographics definitely have different opinions on that. I think that's why it's so hard for Activision and Treyarch, because they're making a shit ton of money on selling those cosmetics. But I don't want to see them. So that turns me off. And then of course, there's the wall jump. I do not like the wall jump, man. I'm sure it'll grow on me. Like, I do like Black Ops 3, but I did not want this game to be Black Ops 3. I wanted this game to be more like Black Ops 2 than anything else, but it seems like they're really trying to pull stuff from Black Ops 3, which is fine. I do like Black Ops 3, but I wanted this game to be more like Black Ops 2, given that it is a sequel to Black Ops 2. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I still think that this hate around this game is just completely misguided and forced, to be honest, and I don't know. I'm excited for Battlefield 6, and I'm excited for Black Ops 7. I'm going to be playing both games, so I think that is an option. You got to remember that. It's not one or the other. You can just simply play both games. But anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Once again, I'm Mr. Golden Gamer, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.